explaining President Trump. Now, this video is undoubtedly going to garner some negative comments, but you guys know how I run the program. I don't block, ban, or censor. So drop your comments in there, and if they're reasonable, we certainly can address them in kind. But explaining President Trump, fact is, he is getting things done. It's kind of like an old winning ugly slogan. A hell of a lot of folks are criticizing me because I tend to lean left for giving Trump credit for something. But this whole tariff thing, at least by way of Mexico and Canada, is actually going favorable for the United States if you really look at it without bias towards President Trump. Fact is, he made demands on both Canada and Mexico and threatened if those demands are not met, that he's going to increase the tariffs on goods coming out of Canada and Mexico. Now, the amount of goods America ships to Mexico, ships to Canada, is only a fraction of the amount of goods shipped from Canada to the United States and from Mexico to the United States. So they actually export far more shit to America than America exports to them. So that automatically places the United States in a tariff war at an advantage over Canada and both Mexico. President Trump knows that. He exploited that for the gain of the country, and it undoubtedly worked. Now, what the hell did he gain is what a lot of folks might ask. Well, in regards to Mexico, his biggest gripe was too many folks are walking through your country willy-nilly, coming into our country. We don't know who the hell they are, and they could be a danger to America. I'm not going to defend the Haitian migrants eating cats and dogs, or everybody's coming as raping and murdering people. I believe that is a gross exaggeration by President Trump. Could be, I'm going to say this, could be racist in its own nature. We'll talk about that in a minute. But fact is, even many independents and Democrats alike do not want people coming into this country for which we don't know who the hell they are. That's a legitimate complaint by Trump and his supporters. That's a legitimate gripe. So the tariffs have led Mexico to make a commitment of putting 10,000 troops on their border to secure their border so that people cannot just walk willy-nilly across the border from Mexico into America. So Trump has already gotten a significant commitment of border security from Mexico. Now, the president of Mexico, Claudine, whatever her name is, has stated that the troops will also stop United States from exporting dangerous firearms into their country, which is what kind of empowers the cartel. Fair enough. If she wants to use that as a win for Mexico, that's fine. But the obvious question is, why the hell didn't you do this to begin with? Why did he have to threaten to impose tariffs on Mexico for you to send troops to secure your own border if you believe firearms coming in the country is hurting everybody? So I don't see how you can view this other than a win for Trump against Mexico. He's going to get his border security, and Mexico's going to play a part in it. It's not exactly Mexico paying for the wall, but clearly Mexico's going to fork over some of the expense of securing the border. That's a win. You don't have to like Trump to admit a win is a win. That is a win because a lot of Americans, like I said, from all sides of the political spectrum, wanted a more secure border. Even Democrats, a lot of them did not think what Biden was doing on the southern border was a good thing. You're getting a more secure border under Trump. I don't see how that's not something that Trump should get accolades for. I'm sure I'll get ravished in the comments. Feel free to do so. Now let's talk about Canada. Also, the complaint with the Canadians. Now he says that the border with Canada was also not as secure. We can debate that. I don't know if we had a huge illegal immigration problem coming across the northern border, but Trump said it was. He's also saying fentanyl is coming across the border as well, and things of that nature. Once again, just like with Claudine in Mexico, the president of Mexico, Justin Trudeau, the prime minister of Canada, also stated that he is going to increase a financial commitment to address what's going on with the border there, to help prevent fentanyl from coming into the United States. He's gotten commitments from both the Prime Minister of Canada and the President of Mexico. And it did not cost the United States a penny. He just simply made the right threats and got the commitment from both of them. Yeah, they're pissed off. So be it. But this is what a lot of folks voted Trump in for, is to secure our border. He made the right threats, and instantly the border is significantly more secure. You can hate Trump, but you can't ignore what just took place. Now, some folks are criticizing suggesting that this was a win by saying, well, they were going to do this already anyway. I don't think most Americans knew that. If that is true, that can be attributed to the poor messaging of the Democratic Party. So if that is the case, that Canada and Mexico were already going to do this stuff, and all of a sudden Trump is taking credit for it, where it did not happen when Biden was in office. Biden never made clear statements that it was going to happen. So Trump is going to naturally get the credit for it. I don't see how folks are so critical of Trump for this. Now, let me make it clear. I mentioned earlier that some of Trump's claims about what immigrants are capable of may be due to racism and things like that. I'm not going to take away from the fact that when you look at Mount Rushmore, when we talk about the greatness of the founding fathers, fact is, you can determine Trump however you want, whether he's a loving president or whether you think he's racist as hell. That's up to your own assertion or your own, that's up to how you view him. But fact is, racism in America is not a deal breaker for determining whether you're a good president or not. I hate to say that. I don't want to say that. But that is an actual fact. If you look at the presidents that are on Mount Rushmore, for instance, most of them owned slaves. I mean, yet we consider them to be some of the best presidents in U.S. history. Being a racist commander-in-chief is not a deal breaker from you going down in history as a great president. It's a large portion of America that don't give a damn about that. So I don't know how Trump will be judged on that. But when folks say he's doing a good job, stuff like getting rid of Black History Month, getting rid of the existence of transgender by saying, I'm not even going to recognize you anymore. Most Americans don't give a shit about that. He can still be a great president while being hateful to other groups and cultures. That's not going to change that. I mean, America has made that clear, that racism is not a deal breaker in determining whether you're a great president or not. And that's not even saying Trump is racist or not. I'm just simply saying it won't really matter. It won't really matter. If he is doing what most of America wants him to do, which is strengthen the economy, strengthen the border, make America stronger worldwide, they won't care about that. They will not care about that. Let me know in the comments what you think, though. I hated to say it, but that is the way it is. And I know some of you folks may not like that. Feel free to smash that like button. Chew me up in the comments if you will. Tell me what I got wrong. I don't think I got anything wrong. But I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the damn channel.